Hi, thanks for tuning yourself to Goshen TV. Today we are going to discuss an important topic on sex and its benefits. And we have a very important personality in our midst. His name is Mr. E.O. Lamte, and he's going to tell us more about himself. Hello, sir. You are welcome.
Thank you.
Please, can you tell us more about yourself?
Thank you very much, and thank you, viewers, as well. Can I call you Madam Goshenite?
Yes, you can.
That's good. My name is Emmanuel Lamte. I am an accountant by profession, but I have passion for counseling, and as a result, I've studied a lot so that in case anybody comes to me with any problem, I can help the person out. I'm married with two children, a boy and a girl. I'm the third born to my parents. I think basically this is what I can say about myself.
Okay. We've invited you here today to Goshen TV to tell us more about sex and its benefits, because we have heard a lot about you.
Thank you very much. Actually, the topic sex itself is a very important topic that all of us must know is important so that we will not abuse it. Because when you look at the youth now, it seems sex has become like something that they just play with it because they don't know the importance. Actually, the organs that we use to involve in this act that we call sex, being the male organ that we call penis, that of the female organ that we call the vagina. God did not create these organs for the mere fact of just involving it in the act called sex. But this alone should tell you that it has some importance, because indeed the act of the male organ fusing into the female's organ, where the man will discharge a sperm into the woman's system, has so many benefits, because it can help in procreation and the like. But I want to start from the point. The act is the end result of something. So it's always important for you to talk about where even the thing started from before it will be ending in the act that we call sex. Something must take place first that we call love making. Then the end result will land you in the act that we call sex. But now what we see, two people, when they find themselves as a woman and a man, when they found themselves to have sex, all what they start is that the man strip himself naked, the woman also strip herself naked, and all what you could see is just the penetration. When it happens this way, definitely one is going to suffer. One will not attain the satisfaction that he or she wants. Hence comes what we call selfish sex. So this should tell you that then one needs to start the act from a source. So I would prefer me calling it love making, where you now start from a source, hugging, cuddling, having nice conversations, looking close into the eyes of your partner with some sweet words and the like. So you see, it's a broad topic. Love making entails sex. Sex is the end result of love making. So I don't know.
Okay, so I want you to throw more light on the love making, because I'm really getting more interest in this topic.
Thank you very much. I myself, I would love that we'll take it from that angle. Love making is very broad, and that's what we must learn as Africans. Love making is broad. It has to do with you having an intensive foreplay. That's romance, we call it, with your partner before the end result that we call sex comes in. So let me start it this way. It's been put into 4 quadrants. That's the love-making process. It's been put into 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. You can call it steps or processes or stages. Now, the stage 1 is the atmospheric flavor. Before the lovemaking was set, so nicely, even the surrounding itself should connote such act. So that's where candles and some sweet songs in the background with some lights sparkling the place. Then the parties themselves should be in some dress that is so attractive. Then sweet words will start. Nightgown, sexy one. That's right, you're right. So that's what we call the atmospheric flavor. That's the stage 1 or the step 1. So that thing should start. Then the sweet words will start. It looks so beautiful. When I see you, I see, those kind of sweet words. Sweet words, So that's the stage 1. Then we'll move on to the stage 2. The stage 2 now goes beyond the stage 1, where now you look beautiful and those stuff like that. The stage 2 is where the foreplay starts. Holding, cuddling, then we the men, we have so much things for us to do by searching codes. Most men thought that most ladies are being aroused only by touching their nipple. So whenever they are searching for codes or doing romance and they touch, handling the nipple, no. You should be searching the codes gradually, because it's not all women that have their sensitive parts at their nipples, right? So then you're the man, you must start searching the codes. Your hands should play music. And if I say your hands should play music, it means that your hands should go to some place. The back of the ear with some sweet kisses. And those things, then you are searching for codes. Gradually, you touch the nipple slightly, just to see how she will tickle herself. The pooms too are there, you roll your hands on, and stuff like that. So now,
see where the code is.
That's right.
So it depends on every lady.
It varies, yes, from one person to the other, from one woman to the other. So that it will not be the norm that whenever there's foreplay, you want to search for the sensitive part of the woman or the highest code.
Some even have hairs in their hair.
Excellent.
Anyway.
Some in their palms and stuff like that. Some of them, when even you stand on them, they can't. See, so every man is very expedient that you should know how to search codes. And as a result, you should do enough foreplay. Let me stress on this. The reason why you need to do this is that it helps you, even the man. Because you see, women by their nature delays a bit before they attain their orgasm. And we men or guys, we get ours fast. It's like we're always on heat. So, if you don't do this foreplay, that's where it will be like, oh, in trash. So in a way, the foreplay really helps you. It drags the process gradually. Then let's come on to the third stage. The third stage now is what I call the match proper. Match proper. That's the word cap itself. So that's where the act of sex comes in. This is the point now. So having done this to the lady by cuddling, doing the intensive foreplay, the lady herself has been taken to that height. And now you shoot. This is the point now. So during the shooting process, that's where the intercourse is taking the effect, like the effect of the sex that the intercourse is going on, you, the man, because we discharge early, you should be programming your mind to be holding on a bit. Take your mind off the act that you are engaging, else you cannot, drive on long so that you can enjoy your partner. Then from there, we move on to the fourth quadrant. That's what we call the aftermath. See, if you do an intensive foreplay, it will land you into an intensive lovemaking or sex. Then after, the party smells will be smiling. Thank you, darling. Thank you, sweetheart. Do you care for some chocolate? Do you care for some juice? And stuff like that. And let me say this point. Men should take note. The size of the penis doesn't matter here that much. Because when you arouse a lady to her highest peak, it's been proven that the sexual organ of a woman, being the vagina, contracts itself at any given time when it's being aroused to that height, to the size of the penis. So if the penis is that small thing, if you have done an intensive foreplay and you are about to engage in an act, then the woman's vagina will contract to the size of the penis and extract the enjoyment that it wants. This is the point now. So let's get it clear. Do proper foreplay and land. It matters not. It could be 1 minute, but the woman will enjoy herself properly. So this is what lovemaking entails. But you see, in most times, it's like we jump to the third one, the act that we call sex.
Okay, so now I would love to know, is there any skills that will determine the gender that you want? That is, if you want to have a girl child or a boy child, is there any skills in love making that will give you such a gender?
Thank you very much. This is a very nice question that I think a lot of women would love to know. That's, if I will get it right, you're trying to say that, like, if a couple wants their firstborn to be, or they want a particular gender, I want my firstborn to be a male, I want a female. That's right. That's a very nice question. Yeah, yes, there are a lot of skills. There are a lot of skills that can lead to that. Let's first start. We have a lot of factors. Factor one can be a natural factor. That is, if God has made up his mind that I want your firstborn to be a male or a female, that one is divine. That one is God's decision. So indeed, with that, any act of man cannot change that course of God. Then God will decide to give it to you. But when we take that factor out, indeed, the parties, we the human beings, we have a role to play in the determination of the gender. So indeed, there are skills. And let me come in here. Now, this is where the S and Y chromosome comes to play. Let me give this education here. The S and Y chromosome goes this way. With every intercourse, the man discharges X and Y chromosomes. The woman discharges SS. And it's the Y that forms a male child. And it's the X that forms a female child. So now, with every intercourse, this is what happens. The woman, at the peak of both parties, the woman discharges the XX, the man discharges the XY. And the X are always stronger than the Y. The X again is of more quantity than the Y. So take note, the Y being weaker and the X being stronger, and the X always being more in quantity than the Y. And the X is what forms the female. So now, at every given match, if the couple wants a male child, this is what they must do. Point one. The man must do a deep shooting in this case. Let me explain this point. You see, when a man discharges, where the X and Y comes, both chromosomes are fighting hard to go and fertilize the egg of the woman. But since the X is of more quantity, when the man discharges the Y at a very far distance, it will travel a longer distance to fertilize the egg. And during this traveling, a lot of things happen. The eggs are fighting hard and they are stronger too. As a result, they can kill the Y. When they kill the Y, automatically it will let the X. And it's X that will fertilize the egg, and as a result, it means the result will be female. So, if the man does what you call deep shooting, where the man now shoot deep, the possibility is very high. Let me give this illustration. Let's assume this is the egg, and this is the Y chromosome traveling to go and meet this egg. Now, if I shoot here, the distance is from here to this side. So, within this distance, the X2, they are fighting here to kill the Y. The possibility is very high that they can kill it. But if I shoot around somewhere here, I have only this distance to this place. So you see, it's very shorter. So the possibility is very high that in as much as the X are many than the Y can travel faster to fertilize the egg in possibility terms. So that's why we talk of a deep shooting as a factor. So again, if the couple wants a female, then the man should not force himself to shoot deep. Don't shoot deep so that they should kill the Y automatically. And again, if they want a female gender, then the man should take note of this. The man should shoot 3 days or 2 days before the ovulation, so that the chromosomes will be traveling day 1, day 2, day 3, even to fall into the ovulation period of the woman, and by then they might have died on the way. So it's like it's only the X that will go, because the woman's X is there and the man's S, Y, which is not stronger, in 3 days time might have died before fertilizing the egg. So if you want a female child and you know your ovulation period, your wife's ovulation period will start at a particular point, shoot 2 days to the time, like a delay time, 2 days before the ovulation, so that the Y will be traveling, and as a result, they will die on the way before even the egg will be released.
Wow. I'm so happy with the answers I'm getting now, because I know many men and women would love to ask such questions, but they are not getting the chance. Okay, sir, can you please educate us on the natural planning method?
Thank you very much. This is also an important topic I would love to treat. It's very, very important, because most women that have had an encounter with, it seems they don't know the natural planning method. And this is how it goes. They said day 1 to 5 is for the menstruation. That's the flow, the menstruation. Day 1 to 5 is for menstruation. Then the day 6 to the day 10th is a free match. Meaning that within this period, you can engage in sex and you will not be pregnant. But let me give a caution here. I will advise that men must be very careful, in as much as the day 6 to the day 10th period, you can have an intercourse and you not engage in any pregnancy. You should be very careful about this point that I'm about to make. The validity of a sperm takes 3 days of its lifespan. So, when you release it on the 10th, that's the 10th day, that's day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, day 10th. When you release on the 10th day, it will set day 10, day 11, day 12. And an ovulation period starts from day 11 of the time that the woman started the menstruation, the day 11th to the day 17th is the period allotted for ovulation. That's within this period, the egg can be released. Actually, they want only 3 days. It's only 3 days that we want, but we don't know when it's coming. Maybe on the 11th day, we don't know. On the 12th day, we don't know. On the 13th day, we don't know. 14th day, we don't know. 15th, 16th, and to the 17th day. So any of this period, that's from the 11th to the 17th day, when you engage in any sex, you'll be pregnant because the egg has been released. So now, this is what I want to tell people. You should do what we call -2. That is, the day 1 to day 5 is for the flow. In books, we have it as day 6 to the day 10 is for sex or love making without pregnancy, forming or coming up. But try that you end on the day 8. This is what I mean. So you can do it on the 6th day, you can do it on the 7th day, you can do it on the 8th day. Don't try 9 and 10, because 9 and 10, the section, the validity of the egg is 3 days. So if you do it on the 9th day, it will setch on the day 9. It will setch on the day 10. It will fall on the 11th, and it's an ovulation period. If you do it on the 10th day, it's more worse, because 10 and 11 and 12. So this is how the cycle goes. Day 1 to day 5 is a flow. Day 6 to day 10 is for sex without pregnancy. Day 11 to day 17th is an ovulation period. Then 18 going. It's free. That one too, you can engage in sex without love making. And let me give this advice as well. People find it difficult to do the counting. They thought that always their menstruation should start on day 1, like 1st July. Then now I can do the counting. It matters not. It can start on today, 29th, right? That's right. So if you start your menstruation today, of which the global calendar is 29th, you started today. So today is your 1. The day that you are starting, count it 1. So tomorrow with you is 2, even though the normal calendar is 30th. In your case, it's 2. Tomorrow, next is 3. Once the calendar moves on. So don't allow the calendar to confuse you with your counting. Start the counting from the day you started as 1. Thank you very much.
All right. We are so blessed to have you on the show. And then I think we'll have, this topic is so broad. And I'm sure we have to have a part 2 of this topic. We are going to invite you here again. Then you tell us more and more of what you are saying. I'm sure many women and many ladies are ready, and even men want to know more. Some don't even know. They wish they will have this opportunity to ask people. We are so blessed to have you say. Once again, thank you.
It's my
Thank you.
pleasure, madam.
Thank you.
Good night. And thank you, viewers, as well.